Blessings, family. Welcome to another video. This is Ladybeunstoppable. If you're new here, remember, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Now, in this video, I'm gonna talk a little bit about the House Speaker's husband who was attacked with a hammer, and also Elon Musk controls Twitter and whatever else that I want to do. If I have time, I'll just throw in some more. Now, Paul Pelosi, the husband of House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, was attacked and severely beaten by an assailant. Yes, and it was with a hammer. And basically, what I heard from the media was that the way it all went down, it's just a mystery. But I'm gonna let you hear the article, and then I'm gonna let you listen to what some of the authorities had to say about the attack. In the meantime, if you're new to the channel, remember, hit the subscribe button and also the notification bell so you'll know whenever I upload another video or whenever I go live. So just go ahead and stay tuned, and remember, go ahead and share out the live if you have not yet done so. All right, go and listen to this.
Targeted in attack on husband. Paul Pelosi, the husband of House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, was attacked and severely beaten by an assailant with a hammer who broke into their San Francisco home early Friday, according to people familiar with the investigation. Pelosi, 82, suffered blunt force injuries to his head and body, according to two people who spoke to the Associated Press on condition of anonymity to discuss the ongoing probe. The attack was not random. The assailant specifically targeted the home, the people said. The assailant was in custody. Pelosi was being treated by doctors for bruising, severe swelling, and other injuries. Nancy Pelosi's spokesman Drew Hamill said he was expected to make a full recovery. The speaker and her family are grateful to the first responders and medical professionals involved, and request privacy at this time, Hamill said in a statement. While the circumstances of the attack are unclear, the attack raises questions about the safety of members of Congress and their families, as threats to lawmakers are at an all-time high almost 2 years after the deadly Capitol insurrection. The attack also comes just 11 days ahead of midterm elections in which crime and public safety have emerged as top concerns among Americans. In 2021, Capitol Police investigated around 9,600 threats made against members of Congress, and members have been violently attacked in recent years. Former Representative Gabrielle Giffords, Democrat Arizona, was shot in the head at an event outside a Tucson grocery store in 2011, and Representative Steve Scalise, Republican Louisiana, was severely injured when a gunman opened fire on a Republican congressional baseball team practice in 2017. Members of Congress have received additional dollars for security at their homes, but some have pushed for more protection as people have showed up at their homes and as members have received an increasing number of threatening communications. Capitol Police, tasked with protecting congressional leaders, said Nancy Pelosi was with her protective detail in Washington at the time her husband was attacked. She just returned this week from a security conference in Europe and is due to keynote an advocacy event Saturday evening with Vice President Kamala Harris. Capitol Police said the FBI and San Francisco police were also investigating. The suspect is in the custody of the San Francisco police. Often at Nancy Pelosi's side during formal events in Washington, Paul Pelosi is a wealthy investor who largely remains on the West Coast. They have 5 adult children and many grandchildren. The two have been married 59 years. Earlier this year, Paul Pelosi pleaded guilty to misdemeanor driving under the influence charges related to a May crash in California's wine country and was sentenced to 5 days in jail and 3 years of probation. President Joe Biden and lawmakers from both parties reacted to the assault with shock and expressed their well wishes to the Pelosi family. What happened to Paul Pelosi was a dastardly act, said Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, Democrat, New York. I spoke with Speaker Pelosi earlier this morning and conveyed my deepest concern and heartfelt wishes to her husband and their family, and I wish him a speedy recovery. We have been to many events with the Pelosis over the last 2 decades, and we've had lots of occasions to talk about both of our families and the challenges of being part of a political family. Thinking about the Pelosi family today, tweeted Senator Roy Blunt, Republican Missouri. White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre said that President Joe Biden has also been in contact with Nancy Pelosi. The president is praying for Paul Pelosi and for Speaker Pelosi's whole family, Jean-Pierre said. This morning he called Speaker Pelosi to express his support after this horrible attack. He is also very glad that a full recovery is expected. The president continues to condemn all violence and asks that the family's desire for privacy be respected. The Pelosi home in the wealthy Pacific Heights neighborhood has been the scene of several protests in the past few years. After Nancy Pelosi was seen on video getting her hair done at a salon while many were shut down during the coronavirus pandemic, stylists protested outside with curling irons. Members of the Chinese community protested outside recently before Pelosi's trip to Taiwan. And during debates over the federal stimulus package, protesters scrawled anarchy signs in black paint across the garage door, along with "cancel rent" and "we want everything."
Yes, guys, so that's what's going on. Nancy Pelosi she's the Speaker of the House, and in my opinion, I don't understand why there was not any security, or I don't know if there was security at the house. However, I'm gonna go ahead and play an article, not an article, an audio from one of those professionals. Um, what you call it now? One of those professional persons who would kind of give their feedback on situations like that. But Nancy Pelosi is the third to the how should I put it? All right, so we have the president, then we have the vice president, then we have the speaker of the house. Because I don't know how many of you know that, but in the event that something happened to the president and the president cannot run the country, and it goes down to the vice president. Now, if something happened to the vice president and him can't run the country, the next person in line is the Speaker of the House. So, my thing is, she is like third level in the hierarchy. So it's kind of funny that all the detail was with her and none was at her house. And I don't know if that was a situation, but I don't know what to say. But I'm just happy she's okay. I mean, he's okay. And, I'm just happy that it wasn't anything more serious. Basically, based on my hearing, he had a surgery because he had a fractured skull, and that surgery was successful. So right now, I'm gonna let you hear from. Let's see what this person's name. This is like a gosh, I can't remember the name. Anyway, he's kind of talking on the situation. Analyst, yeah, he's an analyst. He's a analyst, so he's talking on the situation. All right, hold on. Let me see if it's a go play.
House and encounters
Right there.
when the defense.
So what this person is doing is breaking down the attack to see, for us to probably have a more visual image of what happened.
When the defendant who's charged here gets in the house and encounters Mr. Pelosi, and Mr. Pelosi can tell this guy's unhinged, this is going bad. So somehow he gets on his cell phone and dials 911 surreptitiously, and he leaves that line open. It may be in his pocket, maybe on the table, but at that point, Heather Grimes, an emergency dispatcher at San Francisco Police, this happens all the time. You get a call, there's no voice on the other end of it. Hello, 911, what's your emergency? And sometimes you disconnect, but she's sensing something. There's a conversation going on in the background. She's sensing something isn't right. So she listens in, turns up the volume, and Paul Pelosi is basically trying to tell her in code what's going on. Why are you here? What are you going to do to me? I mean, you can imagine how he's trying to not let the attacker know that 911 is listening, but he gives enough information. So she puts out a priority A wellness call. A wellness call is very common. I haven't heard from my Aunt Sally in a week. Could you go check on the house? This is something's going on right now that's not right in the house. So they go code 3, and Kobe Willens, the first officer, his partner Kyle, come through the door, and Pelosi apparently is still trying to keep this down by playing off, as the police come in.
So basically, what I'm understanding is that when the police came in, the assailant was still there, and they both were holding on to the hammer. So that is my understanding. If you understand something different, drop it in the comment section. Let's continue.
What's going on? Then he goes to, grab the hammer, and our 6'2", 250-pound assailant hits him in the head as the officers are crossing the room. All of this is on body camera, and eventually in some criminal proceeding may come out.
Wow. So the assailant was captured, and they have some information regarding the assailant. But I'm gonna go ahead and let you hear. I'm gonna go ahead and let you hear another video. Wait. And this is from the police. This is from the police department giving their input or their information.
Breaking into the Pelosi's San Francisco home. Sources telling ABC News the suspect entered through a glass door before the violent attack.
Mr. DePapi immediately pulled the hammer away while still up.
Witnessing it,
Single hammer. Mr. Pelosi and Mr. DePapi each with one hand on a single hammer. Officers, while still outside of the doorway threshold, gave commands to both men to drop the hammer. Mr. DePapi immediately pulled the hammer away from Mr. Pelosi and violently attacked him.
Pelosi and the suspect both taken to the...
Okay, so yeah, he attacked him after, during the whole time when they had they attacked him while the police was there. So they said that was on body cam as well. So we want to say we're happy that everything is, in the sense, no life was lost, and so basically they're saying that it was not a random act. It was a planned thing. All right. So anyway, that's what's up. We gotta be so careful these days. Oh my goodness, man. The struggle is real in all sections of the world. All right. So that's what's up with the House Speaker's husband. And as I said, Nancy Pelosi is a very important person in the sense that if in the event the president and the vice president cannot run the country, the next person in line is the Speaker of the House. So, that is something. And I remember when they were talking about the attack in January 6th, they were calling and asking for Nancy Pelosi. And they said there was an invasion, a home invasion, within a year or about a year ago, something like that. But yeah, so it's very, very important that, we be aware of these things. Just, just to stay up to date with these things. So right about now, Elon Musk is the owner of Twitter. Yeah, man. I remember when there was a controversy surrounding where they said he wanted Twitter. Then there was some court proceedings allegedly about him not wanting Twitter. I mean, and then he eventually bought Twitter, right? And now bot, with this bot, I'm gonna get to the article in a minute, but guess who is back on Twitter? I don't know if he pronounced his name Ye or Ye, but YE, formerly known as Kanye West, he's back on Twitter. And I saw on a tweet where Elon Musk tell him welcome back to Twitter. And also um, one of his tweets say the bird is free, which I think is referring to Twitter, you know, because I think basically what he wanted to do initially was to kind of allow it where people are free to express their thoughts. And a lot of people were blocked from Twitter, namely Donald Trump. He his yeah, he was blocked from Twitter. So I don't know. Probably very soon his account will be reinstated, you know. So there's so much controversy going on. But I do have a Twitter account. So guys, can follow me on Twitter. I'm going to start going live on Twitter as well. Yeah. But it's very interesting. I like being over here on Twitter because sometimes you don't still see things some places. You can always find it over here on Twitter. Trust me. Um, so I don't have a lot of followers here on Twitter. Let me see how many followers I have on Twitter. I have my followers them scanty bad. Let me see how much follower me upon Twitter. Papa Jesus. How much follower me upon Twitter? I only have 35 followers on Twitter, guys. So come over here and follow me on Twitter. Ladybeunstoppable at QTF. Once you type in Ladybeunstoppable, you will find me over here on Twitter. All right, but normally whenever I do like my YouTube videos, I normally share them on Twitter. Yeah, there's a lot over here. It's very, very festive. Very festive. And a lot of times when you see some comments on a tweet and a trend and everybody start commenting, it is very, very, very festive. So basically what Elon Musk said, what he tweeted on Twitter was that they have not yet make any changes to Twitter's content moderation policies, and they'll be forming a content moderation council with a widely diverse viewpoints. And there's this that is very interesting, and it's relating to Jamaica. Because sometimes we hear about certain things and we think, adequate or, relevant to Jamaica, irrelevant to Jamaica. All right, so SpaceX, that is, I didn't do as much research on this, but I'm thinking SpaceX provides internet, right? So I was going through Twitter on Elon Musk's page, which I follow him, and there was this tweet that says, let me find it. Let me find it. As a matter of fact, me did screenshot it. Let me go to my screenshot because it is too much to search for it. See? I'm gonna turn on my camera to show this. Let me turn on my camera. It says, can you see that? Right there. It says SpaceX. That's from SpaceX, and Elon Musk retweeted it. It says Starlink is now available in Jamaica. How many Jamaica we know? One. And when I went to the Starlink.com map, wait there. For the hype come up. When we went to the Starlink.com map, it showed Jamaica. It showed the whole world, but it highlights Jamaica. Me I forgot edit out that part there. Me I forgot edit out that part there. So when me show a Starlink map, instead of showing Jamaica, I show foot hype. Papa Jesus. Over here so festive. I'm still trying to find it so and pull up the map and all of that. I don't know. But yes, Elon Musk is now the owner of Twitter, and we're just waiting to see what's going to happen. And he had a perfume. He said, "Please buy my perfume so I can buy Twitter." Burnt out. It's called Burnt. But I mean, why? Me hope one day me rich like Elon Musk. See perfume here. One day me I want perfume in on my brand. Be the change, yeah, same thing. Be the change you want to be. You want in the world. So somehow we are just talk. We can't just talk. We need to do. Do. Alright, I cannot find that tweet because it looked like say a long time that the tweet they make. But I just happened to see it today. You know? So I'm gonna go ahead now and play the little article with Elon Musk. And then I am out. Let's see. Watch out, my camera is still on. Let me change my glasses. Let me pull this down. Pull this down, put it right here beside Mr. Pelosi face. Excuse me. Why I sleep? I want to sleep already. Alright, let me find the article. Yeah, I can't be so unprofessional. Let me sit up and be professional. Wow. I have the video here to do with Shelly and Fraser Price. Tomorrow I just I could do my 10 touring and one and just do some of them news here because, boy, the news too much to keep up with. What may I tell you? So Musk is control of Twitter. What is next?
In control of Twitter, but
All right. All right, let me read. I'm gonna play this article. Okay, fine. Elon Musk has taken control of Twitter. Let me see how long this article is. This article is too long, man. Me have to go play it. Me can't read it. All right, listen to this article, guys.
Elon Musk has taken control of Twitter after a protracted legal battle and months of uncertainty. The question now is what the billionaire Tesla CEO will actually do with the social media platform. Musk ousted 3 top Twitter executives on Thursday, according to 2 people familiar with the deal who said he was in charge. Such a shakeup was widely expected, but Musk has otherwise made contradictory statements about his vision for the company and shared a few concrete plans for how he will run it. The people wouldn't say if all the paperwork for the deal, originally valued at $44 billion, had been signed or if the deal had closed. A Delaware judge had ordered that the deal be finalized by Friday. Late Thursday, Musk tweeted, "The bird has been freed," a reference to Twitter's logo.
Yeah.
Twitter's users, advertisers, and employees are passing Musk every move in an effort to guess where he might take the company. But the mercurial tech executive has not made the job easy. He has criticized Twitter's dependence on advertisers, but made a statement Thursday that seemed aimed at soothing their fears. He has complained about restrictions on speech on the platform, but then vowed he wouldn't let it become a hellscape. And for months it wasn't even clear if he wanted to control the company at all. After Musk signed a deal to acquire Twitter in April, he tried to back out of it, leading the company to sue him to force him to go through with the acquisition. Friday's deadline to close the deal was ordered by the Delaware Chancery Court in early October. The New York Stock Exchange notified investors that it will suspend trading in shares of Twitter before the opening bell Friday in anticipation of the company going private under Musk. Musk has been signaling more recently that the deal is going through. He strolled into the company's San Francisco headquarters Wednesday carrying a porcelain sink, changed his Twitter profile to Chief Twit, and tweeted, "Entering Twitter HQ." The people familiar with the deal said Musk has fired CEO Parag Agrawal, Ned Siegel, and Chief Legal Counsel Vijay Gad.
Both people insisted on anonymity because of the sensitive nature of the deal. Musk privately clashed with a growl in April, immediately before deciding to make a bid for the company, according to text messages later revealed in court filings. Around the same time, he publicly criticized Ged, the company's top lawyer, in a series of tweets. A wave of harassment of Gad from other Twitter accounts followed, including racist and misogynistic attacks, in addition to calls for Musk to get rid of her. After she was fired, the harassment on the platform began again. In his first big move earlier on Thursday, Musk said that he is buying the platform to help humanity and doesn't want it to become a free-for-all hellscape. The message appeared to be aimed at addressing concerns among advertisers. Twitter's chief source of revenue, that Musk's plans to promote free speech by cutting back on moderating content will open the floodgates to more online toxicity and drive away users. The reason I acquired Twitter is because it is important to the future of civilization to have a common digital town square where a wide range of beliefs can be debated in a healthy manner, without resorting to violence, Musk wrote in an uncharacteristically long message for the Tesla CEO, who typically projects his thoughts in one-line tweets. He continued, "There is currently great danger that social media will splinter into far right-wing and far left-wing echo chambers that generate more hate and divide our society." Musk has previously expressed distaste for advertising and Twitter's dependence on it, suggesting more emphasis on other business models, such as paid subscriptions that won't allow big corporations to dictate policy on how social media operates. But on Thursday, he assured advertisers he wants Twitter to be the most respected advertising platform in the world.
Wow.
The note is a shift from Musk's position that Twitter is unfairly infringing on free speech rights by blocking misinformation or graphic content, said Penner Yildirim, associate professor of marketing at the University of Pennsylvania's Wharton School. But it's also a realization that having no content moderation is bad for business, putting Twitter at risk of losing advertisers and subscribers, she said. You do not want a place where consumers just simply are bombarded with things they do not want to hear about, and the platform takes no responsibility, Yildirim said. As concerns rise about the direction of Twitter's content moderation, European Union Internal Market Commissioner Thierry Breton tweeted to Musk on Friday that, in Europe, a bird will fly by our rules. Breton and Musk met in May and appeared in a video together, in which Musk said he agreed with the 27-nation bloc's strict new online regulations. Its Digital Services Act threatens big tech companies with billions in fines if they don't police platforms more strictly for illegal or harmful content such as hate speech and disinformation. Musk is expected to speak to Twitter employees directly Friday if the deal is finalized, according to an internal memo cited in several media outlets. There is internal confusion and low morale tied to fears of layoffs or a dismantling of the company's culture and operations. The Washington Post reported last week that Musk told prospective investors that he plans to cut 3/4 of Twitter's 7,500 workers when he becomes owner of the company. The newspaper cited documents and unnamed sources familiar with the deliberation. Musk has spent months deriding Twitter's spam bots and making sometimes conflicting pronouncements about Twitter's problems and how to fix them. Thursday's notes of advertisers shows a newfound emphasis on advertising revenue, especially a need for Twitter to provide more relevant ads, which typically means targeted ads that rely on collecting and analyzing users' personal information. Yildirim said that unlike Facebook, Twitter has not been good at targeting advertising to what users want to see. Musk's message suggests he wants to fix these. By Barbara Otute, Tom Krisher, and Matt O'Brien at Business Writers.
Well, that's what's up right about now. I'll barely get in a video today, but guess what? Now tomorrow will be a better day. Blessings to all those who were here. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell so I'll know. So you, me say so I'll know. So you'll know whenever I upload a video or whenever I go live. So guys, thank you so much for checking out this video. This is Lady Be Unstoppable. I don't know what's going on lately, but I hardly find time to come live. But I'm gonna have to revamp my schedule so I can come live. All right. So thanks for watching and stay safe.